welcome to the Tek Torrent Podcast, everyone. This is episode 22 of the year. How is everyone doing today? We got a fantastic show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the European Union's ban on 8K televisions and maybe even VR. I'll get into that. Also, if you buy a 4090 from Newegg, you might get some weights. But we'll get into that a little later in the show. Before I move on, I just want to say hello to everyone that is joining us here tonight. Just going to do a quick roll call. Oh, wait. Staticky? My screen is busted. Oh, alright, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Go ahead and check something. Let's see. What is going on with the screen? Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? A loose mic connection. What did you do to the audio? Apparently it's not working. Huh? Okay, yeah. It's cut. You can talk. They can hear you, but let's see. There's no video going on. Give me 1 second, guys. I know there's a black screen. Give me 1 second. Let me know if it's all better. We are checking something behind the computer, and it's kind of hard.
Oh yeah, we got a baseline static level. There's something coming into the mic. Too bad we can't monitor it. Alright, let's see here. Advanced audio properties. Okay. Let's see. Properties. Oh, we're on default. Which one is it? Is Focusrite? That one? Oh, that's much better. Okay. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. How is that, guys? Is that better? Just fixed? We need vid now. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're going to put the camera back up. And there we go. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. How do I sound now? Is that better? Let me know. Let me know if that sounds better. Okay, guys? Sorry about the mechanical issue. As you can tell, I am currently remote, just like I was about 2 weeks ago. Alright. Yep, I'm seeing my levels. I don't see any more static, so much better. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to start over. How about that? Is that alright with you guys? Got off to a rocky start there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tek Torrent Podcast. This is episode 22 of the year. Thank you for being here, guys, today. We got some interesting news from the European Union banning 8K televisions and maybe even VR. I'll get into that. Also, if you ordered a 4090 from Newegg, there's a chance that you got shipped a bunch of metal, as in like weights. We'll get into that later in the show. Before I continue, though, I just want to say hello to everyone in the live chat. Just going to give a quick roll call. We got H2O Computers. How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a little bit. I hope you've been well, man. Soul7, you are a loyal follower. Appreciate you being that follower, man. Thank you so much. Dave Collins, I've seen you around many times. Thanks for being here. And if you guys aren't here, or if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. It is right there, right underneath the stream. That way, you know, the like ratio to view ratio is good, and YouTube loves me. At least that's the theory. We'll see how that goes. So, how is everyone doing today? Alright, we got some interesting topics today. I am remote, and my current setup doesn't allow for me to access my documents well. So, yep, I see the problems that you guys saw. Thanks for messaging me on Discord. I really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know in the live chat, by the way, guys. Let me get my document open, because I just closed it on my phone for some stupid reason. Got my notes here. Contrary to popular belief, I don't know everything in my head, actually. Yeah, so let's get into our first topic of the night then. Alright, so you guys probably heard in the news, and this is actually thank you to everyone that suggested this, that is in the content suggestions channel on our Discord. By the way, our Discord is linked in the description down below, right underneath the like button. You can always let me know about content and topics there that you want to see in future podcasts. So thank you to everyone that actually, a lot of people told me about this, and since all of you have told me about it, I think it's a good topic to talk about. The European Union is effectively banning 8K televisions, and they're not banning 8K the format. They're banning 8K televisions because they take more power. Now, I don't know about you guys, but technically, when you have more of something, it takes more of other things too, right? Like, for example, you have a faster car, it probably takes more fuel, right? Or if you have a Tesla, it probably takes more energy, electricity to go further, go faster, right? It's more power. So the reason why they're banning, okay, let me be very clear. This hasn't been enacted yet, okay? Not yet. It is March 1st, 2023 that it might go into effect. There's a possibility that they might change this between now and then, but it's not looking good, which I'll get into later in the show. So here's the thing with 8K televisions, guys. All right, so you do have a larger monitor. Okay, it's like 88 inches or 85 inches, right? It's pretty big. But here's the thing: whenever you increase pixel density, right, you have more pixels per square inch. It's harder to push light through that. So in order to make the television look just as bright as a 4K television, you need to increase the backlight brightness, the amount of luminance that the backlight puts out. Whether they're using LED, they don't really use fluorescence anymore. It's basically all LED at this point. Or if they're using microdot or mini LED or arrays or whatever, especially if it's an HDR TV with a lot of power, like 1,000 nits or something crazy like that, it takes more power. So that is kind of how, like, if you guys know anything about cameras, the Sony a7S III has, I think it's a 12 or 15 megapixel sensor. It's something small, but the A7R4 has like a 60 megapixel sensor. It's like, what gives? Why give this camera a smaller sensor? That's because the photo sites on the sensor are bigger, and when they're bigger, when they have physically more surface area, they can capture more light and give you a better image at a lower resolution. Versus the other one, you need a lot more light to fill and hit those tiny little pixels. So just like that on an 8K, imagine looking through a screen, right? Like a screen door. If you look through a screen door, you notice things look a little bit darker, just a little bit. And that's effectively what's going on. Imagine that screen door, those little tiny squares in the screen door or the holes got even smaller, like 4 times smaller in fact than a 4K screen. And that, imagine pushing light through that. You need significantly more light to get the same luminance or brightness of a 4K television, 6K, or whatever weird format they have in between. So that is why it consumes more power, okay? So the European Union, right, it's called the Energy Efficiency Index, right? They developed this several years ago, and it's actually not too bad of a system. The problem is, like a lot of things related to government, sometimes they're a little slow to adapt or come into new technology or learn about new things or really update their standards for the modern day. So the Energy Efficiency Index, the EEI in the European Union, is very similar to what we have in the United States with the Energy Efficiency Guide or the rating. Except in the United States, there's not as much requirements on energy use. Instead, it just tells you how much it thinks on average you'll take. In the European Union, there's actual requirements, and if it falls to an F, because it's an A to F system, if it falls to the lowest rating, it's not allowed. They're pretty strict on that. Now, we might have known in the last week's stream how the European Union is going to enforce the USB standard, which I actually agree with. I think it's good. And the big elephant in the room, of course, was Apple, right? We talked about that last week. Go check that out if you haven't seen it yet, of course. So the European Union has done some good things, but also I think this energy efficient standard is, so it's about efficiency, right? Not about lower power consumption, okay? For example, my heat pump dryer, right, that I just got is more energy efficient. It takes less energy, right, overall to do the same job. That's what we want. So effectively, right, if a 4K television, right, takes, I don't know, let's say 150 watts, okay? Then we make it 8K, which is 4 times more pixels, right? As long as that effectively takes less than, what is that, 4 times 150, 600 watts? As long as it takes less than 600 watts, we're on the, this is just a comparison, guys. It's not exact, and the science is not accurate. We would be on the same efficiency ratio, right? So the 8K televisions actually take closer to 300 watts for their backlight and all that, which, it's only like double what a 4K television takes. This is on average, guys. A lot of them are different. I'm just using general numbers. So it's actually not that bad, in my opinion, for the amount of pixels you're getting. Now, this also comes into the thing. Have you guys actually seen a big, large format 8K television and a large format 4K? I'm talking like 80, 65 plus big televisions. I've seen them in person. I've actually had the honor of seeing an 8K television at a trade show. And I gotta say, it's beautiful when you're 4 inches away from it. But when you're 10 feet away, because it's a television, guys, it's not a computer monitor. Well, maybe some people use it that way. When you're that distance away, you really can't tell, but I could tell that the 8K television appeared to be dimmer than the 4K. And that makes sense. Even though the pixels are tinier, you need to force that light through. It still looked a little dimmer than the 4K variants that were also on the show floor. Now, I don't know how many of you have 8K televisions or how many of you game in 8K. It's great, and I know a lot of people said this about 4K many, many, many years ago. But I really don't think we're there yet, needing 8K televisions. Let me know in the live chat what your opinion on the European Union and what they're doing about all this. Again, guys, they haven't really implemented this yet. It's gonna maybe, allegedly, potentially, happen in the future, which would effectively ban 8K televisions. Now, 8K VR, haha, well, it appears they haven't banned that one yet, because there's some efficiency standards for that, but, not a lot of people have VR, if you get my drift. I'm just going to check live chat real quick to see what's been going on, because I've been talking quite a bit here. I've been doing a really good monologue here. Let me know in live chat what your opinion on 8K is, European Union steps on this, maybe even the USB-C thing from last week. Let's see here. Can my assistant please bring me a cup of water? I would really appreciate that, if you don't mind. Let's see here. So we got Fixation in the chat. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. H2O computers. How many watts do they actually pull at the high end? Okay, so they take 300 plus. I think the highest one I seen was close to 400. But we're talking like HDR lighting, and it's effectively a giant flashlight, right? Like a big fluorescent panel above your head, like an LED light fixture. We're talking about a lot of energy, quite a bit actually. H2O computers, they're going to be banning NVIDIA 4090s next? Hehe. Well, no, because I don't want to get into it, but allegedly maybe NVIDIA is in bed with, certain individuals, and, they're not going to let that happen, of course, because, that would hurt their bottom line and their, little kickbacks they get. Allegedly, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here, guys. Don't take me seriously on that. Soul7 says H2O computers, a 75-inch Samsung TV averages 400 watts. Wow. Peaks at a close of 500 in some scenes. A 85-inch 8K TV averages 500 watts and peaks at 800 watts in some scenes. Wow. 800 watts from a television. I never thought I'd see that. I mean, I'm pretty sure in 5 years or so from now, that will probably be pretty normal. Like, if I told you 4 or 5 years ago that you're gonna have a graphics card that pulls more like 800 watts, no, 1200 watts peak, and with a normal load of 450, would you have believed me? Probably not. Whole systems back then didn't even pull like 600, 800 watts really on average, because technology is, I'm gonna go on a small tangent here. You can't just give something more power and say it's better. It actually also has to be efficient, right? Like you can't just give it a bigger engine and say it's better. It also has to make more energy efficiency ratio, at least in my opinion. HGO computers appreciate the answer. Yep, Dave Collins says, Nat, 8K is so far away. Yeah, quite literally, right? It's far away. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit before 8K televisions become kind of normal. I'd say, I don't know, at least a couple of years. I mean, I don't know. I know, like, I've bitten my tongue before, like, oh, we'll never need more than this. I'm pretty sure 8K would become normal one day. I'm almost certain of it. But I'd say we got at least a couple of years. I'd say maybe 3 years. because not everyone has a 4K television yet. I don't even have one. I mean, I'm a tech tuber, right? And I don't even have one. Why? Why, you might ask? Well, I'm perfectly happy. I am perfectly happy with my 1080p LG from 10 years ago. That's right, guys. Actually, it's not even P. It's 1080i. It's a 1080i LG flat panel television LCD that has a fluorescent backlight, so it's actually pretty not energy efficient. I am perfectly happy with it, and it works just fine. I don't really need to upgrade. It is only 42 inches though, so it's kind of small. John English says, need to make your bed. Oh, the bed scene behind me is like that on purpose. It's actually not a bed that's in use. This is kind of a set. This isn't, no one actually sleeps in that bed, at least not right now. H2O Computers, I'm surprised they aren't just going to regulate household power use versus product. You know, that would make more sense, like, we're going to regulate how much wattage you can use, but that's where I'm saying that they're kind of going at about this all wrong, in my opinion. It should be about efficiency of the return. So, like, I don't know, if I'm making 10,000 of something with 1 watt, then I get something that makes 80,000, but it takes 3 watts. Oh, no, we can't have that. That takes more than 2 watts. No, it's actually drastically more efficient. So I think that's fine. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Let's see. Johnny English bed. Yeah. Like I said, this bed is not used. No one actually sleeps in here. Dave Collins, go back to plasma screens. That way, once you watch TV and heat the room at once. Yes, for those of you that don't know, back in the day, we had something called plasma televisions, and those were, the best way I could describe it is like having a bunch of miniature, like, fluorescent tubes, kind of. And those had a lot of burn-in problems. They weren't LCD. They couldn't display an image forever. And there was a lot of things where, like, at bars and stuff, where they're always playing sports with little HUDs and stuff on the bottom, they got burnt in. And, like, airports, it's pretty, there's a lot of pictures of those online, actually. But those are from way back in, that was from when I was, like, a kid. Those were, like, first coming out. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see here. Hey. Hello? Can you give me a water, please? Alright, I just need some water, so I asked my assistant to go get me some water. I don't think they heard me earlier. Let me keep looking at the chat real quick here, guys. H2O Computers, it's getting nuts. CPUs going up in wattage now too. Yes, I never thought I'd see the day where a normal CPU would take over 200 watts. I honestly thought CPUs would be the most efficient things ever, but they have not. Thank you very much, appreciated. I know you guys can't see my assistant, but their face was just totally crazy when they handed me this, like, who do you think you are? You can ask me to just do that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's look at the chat. Let's see. MSI Supreme Liquid X 4090 and 13900K with a 7200 DDR5 on the way. Rip my wallet. Wow, dude. That you've probably just dropped, like, what's that? So the 4090 is $1,600. The CPU is like 500. The DDR, okay, that means you upgraded your motherboard. Oh man, you probably spent like $3,000. I feel bad for you. That's actually like normal now, right? On a computer with freaking inflation and everything. Gonna play Cyberpunk 2077 on my LG 65-inch 4K OLED. I will say, guys, OLED TVs, O stands for organic LED. They do have some small burn-in problems, but a lot of it's managed. I will say the blacks look so good, but I still like LCD. I don't think OLED is really there just yet. It is beautiful, like, on your phone and stuff, but like on a television, I don't want OLED yet because I just don't want to have to worry about leaving it on and messing something up. Johnny English says, okay, that's not what I was expecting to hear. LOL, a bed and a set. Oh, no, it's not that, guys. Come on. Who do you think I am? All right? By the way, if you do see my OnlyFans, don't at me. Let's see. Dave Collins says, internet going to have to be much faster to support 8K streams or else they gonna need new video compression codecs. So Dave Collins, when I was in middle school in 2005, I remember the day that a university said that you can download a DVD and watch it within 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And that was like, what? How do they do that? And of course, now we know we can watch 4K videos on our phones anywhere with cell service, right? So they will figure out a way. They'll figure out a way. I'm sure of it. The technology is just one thing I've learned. Technology will just continue to amaze you. It'll just continue to amaze you. Let's see. Soul Seven says, did you have to mortgage your house? Almost. John English says, I know mining has been rough, but damn boy, you wouldn't? Oh, maybe he's talking to what's his face here. I actually can't see because the computer's not generating your name correctly. It's like a bunch of weird symbols. I don't know. Maybe it's like in Chinese or something. I don't know why, but some of the things on this is not generating correctly. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, guys. So yeah, that is what the European Union is doing about the 8K fiasco. It is not about targeting 8K computers, 8K television specifically. It's about their energy usage, and the standards that they made were basically copy-pasted from the standards from 2012 to 2017 when they first came up with the EEI, or the Energy Efficiency Index, okay? They haven't really updated it for the modern era, so to speak. I mean, what they had before allowed things to be within their energy efficiency ratings, and it was fine. But now that we're going into like 8K and all that, I mean, honestly, like, it's not something that everyone's gonna get, but 4K TVs are so common now. Go back 10 years ago when they first came out, we would have had the same discussion we're having right now about 8K televisions. It's just how technology is gonna advance. I mean, I'm sure in our lifetimes we're gonna get something called infinity resolution. Hashtag right here, you've heard it here first, guys, infinity resolution, where the pixels on the screen reflect reality, as in it has the same amount of pixels as we'll be able to see. So you could take a magnifying glass, go right up to it, and actually see details as if you were there in real life. I don't know what that is. What, 128K resolution? I don't know. I really don't. But I'm sure something like that will be developed in our lifetimes. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's why they're doing that, guys. It's because the 8K televisions have a more denser pixel density, and they just have a hard time pushing the light through. And that's the light and the processing power needed to run that panel. That takes more energy. And of course, there's like things like speakers and efficiency losses and all that good stuff. The bigger the panel, you know, the more energy it takes. It makes sense, right? We haven't really like made a new LED. Like when we went LED, man, light emitting diodes. Yes, guys, that's what LED stands for. It's a diode. What is a diode? It allows electricity to flow only one way. When electricity tries to flow the other way, it prevents it. It doesn't, yeah. So it's a light emitting diode. That is what an LED is, for those of you that don't know. When we went from incandescent lights to compact fluorescence, that was a big energy savings. Then we went from compact CFLs to LED. That was another, you know, pretty decent savings. But we haven't really had a commercial success with the new type of lighting, other than like, you know, like organic lighting panels and stuff. We have some, what's that one? It's like flexible. It's basically a flexible LED, but it's still light emitting diodes. We really haven't had any more advances recently regarding stuff like that. Alright guys, let me just check my notes here. That was all I really had about the 8K television thing. So let me go get my notes on the RTX 4090s coming with weights. Let me find that. So, of course, what are we at now? Yeah, so as you guys know, Newegg has, you know, done some not customer-friendly things in the past. In fact, I've even been burned by them once. I won't really get into it on stream publicly, but I'll just say that I got them back. But so Newegg has, the bent CPU pins in the motherboard fiasco with Gamers Nexus of all people. Come on, guys. Like, Newegg, what are you doing? Like, just because you're so big and everyone's buying computers, that doesn't mean you can just treat people like crap, right? I mean, come on. You got like other people like Amazon and everyone else to compete with. Micro Center, even a brick and mortar store. Really? Like, they even have better return policies. Let's see here. Let me just check chat real quick before I move on to the next topic, which is Newegg graphics cards coming with weights in them instead of the card. Okay. Let's see. Diode Soul7 says diode equals check valve. LMO. Yes, that is exactly it. It is a one-way check valve. DW says, why is the audio so quiet? I mean, is it kind of quiet? I could kind of turn it up a little bit. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Is that a little better, guys? Is that a little better? I just don't want to. I don't want to peak. I'll turn it up a little bit. Let's see. Unboxing Project. How you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. If I missed anyone else earlier, just hit me up again in the live chat, and I'll call you out, because we're small enough to where we can call people out individual still, which is kind of nice. Let's see. DW says, no way, I'm talking relative to other channels. You're talking about the live stream right now, right? Because at me, just in case, otherwise I won't know you're talking about me. Let's see. Is that better, guys? Okay, is it actually kind of low? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Oh, that's peaking. I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay. I'll just keep it right there. Let me know if it's peaking or clipping or anything like that. Let's see. Dave Collins, always go to Amazon versus Newegg, even if costs more, easy returns, and money back on my card in 2 days. Yes. I actually prefer to buy from Amazon because of that reason. I hate the company, I hate the corporation, and everything that they do and how they treat their employees. But hey, the market economy, I mean, the customer service is better. If I have a problem with something, no questions asked, they'll take it back in return. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, it makes it so if I buy anything, I'm not really worried about it. Paulo Goncalves, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming to the live stream. Soul 7 because other channels are loud and annoying. Oh, yes, they are loud and annoying. If I'm peaking or clipping, let me know, guys. Because on my meters here, it looks like I'm getting too hot, but I can't really tell. Let me know. My monitoring working? Let's see. Testing. Nope, it's not. So just let me know if I'm peaking or anything like that. I'll adjust it. I know there's a little bit of delay between what I see and what you hear. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my assistant just told me audio levels are fine, so that is good. All right, guys. So yeah. Apparently, there was someone that bought a graphics card from Newegg, and they got shipped metal weights. And to me, those metal weights look like they came off a manufacturing line. You can actually go on YouTube and look this up. It literally looks like what we call the cutoff or the drop. It's called a drop. So in a CNC machine lathe specifically, there's a big bar of material that gets cut as they're making parts, and at the very end, the bar might be too short to make the next part, or it's a minimum length requirement, and we call that a drop. So it just drops it into the tray, and you just take it and recycle it or do something else with it. It literally looks like a slice of those drops, and there's like a circle and a square. It's kind of funny, but I actually had this happen to me before. So I've ordered like a BB gun and actually, yeah, a graphics card too, but that one was different. So I ordered like a BB gun, and I got the box and it looked great, and it was a Beretta 92F replica. When I opened the box, there was salt in it, big bag of salt, which had some weight to it. So of course I couldn't tell. It was factory sealed, so somewhere along the line someone shrink wrapped it or something. And I actually got an Asus TUF 3070 I bought from eBay. I got everything, and when I opened it up, there's literally just no card in the box. Everything was there, just no card. And that turned into a little bit of fiasco because, he he said, she said, they said, they said. So eventually eBay, covered me and I got my money back, but that was a little scary. Yeah, so remember guys, Newegg has not been amazing to their customers, let's just say that. And they've been known to do very suspicious things in the past. So it is nice to know that people like Gamers Nexus has really called them out, and Newegg, he actually went to their studio like, hey Newegg, we're gonna be there, and we're gonna come to talk to you guys whether you like it or not. So we're gonna be there at this and this such and such a time, and they actually did an interview with them. A little hesitant at first, but they actually did an interview with the heads of marketing or whatever it was, and it was good. It was good, but in my opinion, it was kind of like a public face PR stunt, because Newegg fixed that one problem, but they haven't really fixed all their problems. Like, I feel like that company hasn't really taken an honest effort to really make things better, like actually put the effort in, but more like a little bit extra than bare minimum to get people to shut up, in my opinion. Just me personally, because even I've had issues with Newegg. Let's see here. Let's take a look at chat, because I haven't looked in a little bit. Junkie Cosmonaut, how you doing, man? Oh, by the way, your thing is on the way, so you should be getting it soon, just so you know. Audio is better now. Thank you for being a loyal follower, by the way, Junkie Cosmonaut. Much appreciated. Taines, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Tane says, TekShinji, is that the card you bought off yourself? Raffle. No. That was a power supply and a card, but that was two separate things, okay? Yes, I did scam myself. That's a story for a later time. I scammed myself to prove a point. And I was going to make a video, then I decided not to because it would cause issues. The other thing I got is unrelated, Taines. That was another one where I actually did get scammed. That was not good. All right, guys. So yeah, let's take a look here. The unboxing project says Amazon, they make it so convenient. Convenience over security and privacy. LOL. Yeah. I mean, I am one of those people, guys. Like, I personally, just me, I know we all have different opinions. I don't mind giving up some of my privacy for convenience. I mean, Google Maps, right? They know exactly where I've been, but it's always up to date and it always works, at least for me. Another example is AI on photos. They know all this stuff about me. Allegedly, it's all private, but hey, when I want to look up a face or something, it's really easy. And there's a lot of conveniences to life that people are uncomfortable with and all that, but let me give you a little snippet. So I have like I do a little PI, private investigation work on the side, and I gotta tell you, man, if you are online at all for any reason, you're done. Like, there's just, if I get a clear shot of a straight-on shot of your face, it is so easy to find people these days. Like, people be posting on Facebook and Twitter and all this that you're on security cameras. So a lot of my clientele that we need to track down tends to be around my age, and guess what? They all went to high school and all that in the modern era. A lot of the high schools and schools, they take your picture and then they post it on a public website viewable for everybody to see, which is absolutely great because it shows your picture and your name. So, like, let's say a client, something happened to them and they don't know who it is, but they have their face, they have their picture on the security camera. It's really easy to find out who people are. And I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you went to high school and they took your picture, you're already done. Like, it's in the system somewhere. It may not be searchable, but it's somewhere. I don't know where I got off on that, but yeah. Let's see here. H2O Computer says, LOL, I'm dealing with an eBay scammer now. Yes, that is, okay. That is unfortunately the nature of the game. It is like shrink, which is what when the store loses something, like when the theft. It is like shrink at a store. It is just part of the business, and unfortunately, I hate it, but it is just part of the business these days, getting scammed and scammers and nefarious people and people being bad. It's just, when there's an incentive of like a penny, people will jump on that penny. It is just crazy. The amount of effort people will go to fool people, make fake accounts and all that, when they could just go out and get a job and make money. Like, I don't understand. Just don't understand. Yes, Soul7 says, please smash that like button. Yes, please do, guys. Smash that like button, and that is right next to the subscribe button as well if you have not done so already. Face mask nowadays makes that hard though. Yes. So, okay, here's the thing, guys. The distance between your eyes and your nose, so these 3 points are the most critical. So if you have this part of your face covered, or your, like, basically if you have a blindfold on, it gets a lot harder. Yes, but masks only cover the bottom part of your face, and I won't really get into it because it's kind of, you know, proprietary to me, but basically there's enough software and AI that could determine the bump on the mask and locate your nose points, be able to get that math and still identify you. It makes it harder, yes, but if it's a clear enough, high enough resolution photo, yeah, we can still find people even with the mask on. The only way to really not get caught is to wear a complete face covering, or have a covering that at least covers your eyes. The eyes are the most critical thing when it comes to identifying people. Let's see. H2O Computer says, 0 feedback and message me to ship to a non-eBay account address. Filed a report. Yeah, I have a policy. If you have under 50 feedback and your account was open less than 6 months ago, you are required to message me after you buy something from me on eBay. Otherwise, I automatically cancel your order as something wrong with the buyer's address. Maybe they were something legitimate. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. But the risk is too high. I only do that on like high value items. If it's something cheap, then I really don't care, because if it's a loss, it's a loss. And eBay, you know, still makes money, I guess. Unboxing project. It's cheaper to chalk up a scam as a lot sometimes instead of hunting them down. Chalk up a scam as lots. I'm not sure what you're saying, unboxing project. If you want to just rewrite that, I don't really understand. I don't really understand where that's going. Not sure. Soul7 says, TekShinji, I smell a challenge coming. Yes, no, don't hit me up, guys. I don't take public requests for PI work. This is all word of mouth. I don't advertise to the world. I only do this by word of mouth from people. I will not do this for you guys, so please don't hit me up with private investigation work. I only do this for people that I know or requested from me. Oh, Dave Collins. So I'm sorry to tell you, man, sunglasses won't help. So, sunglasses do block out visible light, but they don't block out infrared light. So if you have an infrared spectrum camera, you can see right through them, and you're kind of screwed. Now, with that said, they can help if they're big and they cover a large portion, like aviators. Those are kind of hard, especially mirrored glasses, because on a vision camera, a light camera, that only sees the wavelength that we can see, they can't actually see through that. Most cameras can't actually. But if it's a night vision camera, sometimes it can see through that, so you got to be careful. I mean, I'm not giving anyone advice here, just to be very clear. This is not any type of advice, financial or otherwise. Don't do anything bad, folks. H2O Computer says, eBay wants to charge me a canceling fee, LOL. Yeah, so that is something that I deal with, and I just calculate into the cost of running a business on eBay. Like, they're just going to be... I try to keep it down to getting scammed only once a year. Like, losing something expensive once a year. That's about my tolerance for the amount of scamming I can handle. In my opinion, it's always better to cancel something and get bad feedback than lose $2,000 and the product. Right? I mean, it only seems fair. I don't want to go through that. Let's see. Unboxing project. Like, if I get scammed selling something sometimes, I just move. LOL. I just move. If I get scammed selling something sometimes, I just move. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you saying, like, the unboxing project, are you saying that if you get scammed selling something, then you move to a different area or something like that, so you can't be found? I'm not sure what you're saying. Carter Travolta says gas mask. Yes, gas masks help, but not the old school ones with the ones where you can see your eyes. Remember, your eyes are the most critical. Dave Collins, like Brandon Coyne and his Pit Vipers. Yeah, I used to think he was wearing Oakleys or something. He always wears... I actually had a conversation with Brandon Coyne about this. I'm like, all right, dude, I really need to know. Like, back when I used to talk to him a lot, I was like, dude, I need to know what's up with the glasses, man. He's like, dude, I've been trying to get them to sponsor me for years. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna notice eventually, man. Like you know how it kind of reminds me of what's his name, Mr. Dr. Disrespect, wearing dark sunglasses all the time when he games, and you know he actually had an interview like off camera where you know he could cuss and all that, and you know he's like, so what about the glasses? He's like, dude, let me tell you a secret. I can't see poop. I can't see poop at all. I really can't. It's horrible, and he admitted to it as much. But it's his identity, man. He's wearing that chest thing and the glasses and the mullet. That's just his identity. That's just how it is. Like my hair. If I ever cut my hair, you know, I'll lose all my power, just like Samson from the Bible. Soul 7 says shopping list: aviator glasses with mirrored lenses. Yeah, if you wanna. I'm not going to really get into this because a lot of people have different opinions, but I'll tell you one thing. The way that AI algorithms have been trained has been trained off a very specific data set, and that is people with light skin and Caucasian people and people of European descent. So if you are Caucasian or of European descent or have very light skin, like me, for example, I have very light skin for, you know, who I am, you're kind of screwed. The algorithms work like scary good on people with light skin and basically white people. People of color, not so well. It's very difficult for the algorithm to work with that because it just hasn't been trained on that. And for reasons on why or how, that is up to debate. I'm not going to get into that, but it's just the facts, and that's what I've been running into. Like, so TLDR, if you're white, don't commit crimes on camera because you're going to get caught. They're going to know who you are. Let's see. Raphael Hastel, good times. The unboxing problem. I move on. Sorry, I'm on mobile. Yeah, I mean, so one of the scams that was pretty common back in the day, I'm pretty sure it still goes, was like you buy an iPhone and then you buy a broken iPhone and then you claim that you received the broken iPhone from the guy you bought the new iPhone, and basically the way eBay has been set up with PayPal, and everything, was that the assumption has always defaulted to the buyer being right, regardless of the evidence. So there was the example where I actually did this as a test, where I filmed myself boxing and everything, and I sent that to eBay about like, hey, look, I literally have an unlisted YouTube video of the exact same thing, boxing and everything, filmed it uncut, going to the post office and everything, my phone camera on the thing the whole time, even when I was driving. It was kind of dangerous, actually. The camera never left it. And I sent them this link, and you know what eBay's response was? Okay, their response was literally, because we cannot verify what the buyer is saying, they are right. I'm not even joking. They can't verify whether the buyer is right or wrong, therefore they are right. That is literally their response. So it doesn't even matter if you have evidence, if you have GPS, if you had a camera in the box that showed them opening it and they freaking took out the GPU, even that doesn't matter because they can't verify it, which is really sad. It really is. And I don't know, like back in the day, sellers scammed a lot of people, so I can understand why it's kind of flipped, where now the buyer has a lot of power, but it's just bad for everyone when the system is so one-sided, and it's really unfortunate. So if you're selling on eBay, be careful. If you're buying, you're pretty protected. You will almost never lose your money. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a look at chat here. So, guys, that was it for the stream portion. Let me look at my notes here. That was it for like subjects and stuff. So what I wanted to talk about was a little update on Tesla Solar for my house, and a few other things. and what I've been doing today. Well, I've been kind of MIA, so I've been spending a lot of time here in Boston. Actually, if you follow me on Twitter, I actually posted a photo of me doing some stuff with the cameras and things like that. Kind of showing what I've been doing. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see it. But I will say that I've been pretty busy every weekend, whether working on projects or helping out friends and stuff. It's a lot of time commitment because I live pretty far from Boston, almost with traffic it's like an hour and 40 minutes, no joke. It's a big drive, and I usually come here at least once a month, almost twice a month, and I've been really busy helping people out and doing favors for people and whatnot. So that's what I've been busy with, guys. Regarding Tesla, this is part of the reason why I'm broadcasting you from a remote location. I'm not at the studio, obviously. With Tesla, what's been going on? So we are at the application of permits and getting approval to install and scheduling an install. So we're more than halfway through the process. I'm pretty confident I'll have it by next summer. I know, right? I applied for this in March of this year, guys. And it took Tesla 6 months to do a damn single revision. That I learned my lesson. Don't try to do a revision if you already got Tesla booked and ready to go. Just go with what they give you. So that's been going pretty well. Nothing too crazy other than that going on with me. I am scripting more content and trying to record it. I've just been busy and mental issues and whatnot. But these live streams, I don't need to do any preparation other than research topics. Especially nowadays, I mean, I could be lazy. I could just go look at the topics that you guys show me, and I could go look that up. But I do my own research as well. Try to see what's relevant in the world, what's going on. And of course, I try to stay on top of it because I'm a tech tuber. That's what we got to do. Let's see here. Unboxing Project says innocent till proven guilty. Yes, unless you're in America, then you're proven guilty till you're guilty till proven innocent. That's why they arrest you and throw you in jail first. Remember that. Tesla solar panels, how much does that run? If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I posted screenshots of the project estimates and everything, so make sure you go check that out. It is also linked in the description below of this video. So TLDR, I want to thank everyone in America. I really appreciate it. I'll be coming to your house personally, myself, and taking a couple dollars out of the wallet that is in your very pocket, because I really do appreciate you guys paying for a piece of my solar system. I really do. I really thank you so much for supporting the green energy initiative. And I'm joking, guys. So there's a federal tax credit that makes this much more affordable. Now there's debate to whether that's good or not, or if they're just profiting. Yes, I get it, but the fact is it's there and it's available to everyone that wants to use it, so I am using it. I got a 30% tax credit, which is a significant savings. My total system cost was around $80,000, and I'll get into why it costs $80,000 in a moment. But after all said and done, it looks like it'll be around $75,000, and after federal tax credit, we're looking at right around $50,000-$55,000, in that ballpark. Now, let me explain why that eye-popping humongous number and why I'm not freaked out about it. So first of all, I'm going for the Tesla solar roof, okay? Remember, I said solar roof, not solar panels, okay? I said the solar roof. So on my personal house, because every house is different, I live in a 1903 vintage colonial, which basically just means the house is a rectangle with a roof. It's a very simple design. It's literally a straight rectangular box with windows and doors and a roof. It doesn't have any juts. The roof is one, just a pitch like that, and with a chimney. So that eye-popping number includes the price of a new roof, includes the price of solar panels, includes the price of upgrading my electrical panel, includes the price of 2 Tesla Powerwalls, which I think they might have upgraded, I forget, but it's between 20 and 26 kilowatt hours of battery. Okay, comes with 2 of those, and it comes with the Tesla Gateway. It comes with the full system. That's the whole caboodle. And they do all the work of permits and all that, which every solar company should do. To be very clear, you should never have to do that, because that's what you're paying for. So now here's where the economics of the situation start to make a little more sense. And if you guys have any questions about it, please let me know in the live chat because I love talking about this stuff, and I know it's kind of controversial, and if you want to talk about the controversial side, I won't do it on YouTube, but please join our Discord, linked in the description below, and you can talk to me about it there because I don't mind talking about it. So essentially, here's where the economics of the situation start to make a lot of sense, okay? So on my personal house, a new roof cost, the quotes I got range between $15,000 and $20,000 for a normal, decent, not a 10-year shingle, like a 50-year shingle roof, okay? Like a really nice quality shingle roof, okay? $14,000 to $50,000. A premium roof product like a raised metal seam roof, the quote was $40,000 to $50,000 for that, okay? That's like a 100-year roof. Yes, I understand, but it's a lot of money. So $55,000 for all said and done after federal tax credit. Now let's just assume we're going with shingles, and now it's $40,000, right? Because it's 15. Let's go on the low end, $15,000, and now let's take off the batteries, which is they're $10,000 a piece. So that's another what? The batteries are kind of subjective. I'm on net metering, so I don't have time of use, so it really doesn't matter for me. But it makes you get the panels. So let's just take off 10,000, okay? So now we're at, I'm sorry, let's take off 18,000 because that's how much the batteries cost. So cost of a new roof, cost of the batteries, right? Take that off. So we went from 30, take off another 18. Now we're at 12, okay? So after all that financial stuff and all that jiggling, $12,000. $12,000 is the cost of my solar system. Which, you know, it's not cheap, but it's also heck of a lot not expensive, okay? It's a 13.68 kilowatt system, okay? If you have questions on what that number means, please let me know in the live chat. I am more than willing to explain how this stuff works. Just let me know. I don't want to patronize anyone. So that 13.68 kilowatt system, quoted from many solar companies, okay, they wanted between $30,000 and $50,000 to install that. No batteries, okay? It is a ripoff. Like in my area, I don't know what it is, but solar companies are charging a lot of money. And I live very close to I live in New Hampshire at the moment. Unless you guys are weird, then I live in Washington, D.C., right behind the White House, mind you, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Don't dox me. But I will say this though, after it's all said and done and all the numbers have been worked out, it actually makes a lot of sense for my situation. One, my house needs a brand new roof. The roof has been on there since the previous owners. The shingles are peeling. It's not leaking yet, but it's pretty bad and it needs to be upgraded. My electrical panel needs to be upgraded. It's a Federal Pacific, which is a fire starter, and they're dangerous. And all of that is thank you to you guys for paying your American tax dollars, which I really do appreciate. I will be coming to each one of your houses personally and slipping a 20 out of your wallet. Maybe 100 out of some others, 20 out of others. I'm joking. I won't do that. But it is there to everyone and it's publicly available, so why not? Was the way I was going about it. And because this is all being done in one project, well, guess what? A roof, a regular dumb roof, just a shingle roof, guess what? There's no ROI on that, okay? It's a roof. If anything, it has negative ROI because it's never going to return. Unless you sell the house or something, right? Increases its value. But at least with this, I get solar panels for basically the price of a regular shingle roof. Yes, in a roundabout way. Yes, I understand. And the batteries, yeah, technically the batteries will never ROI. Where they can ROI is in convenience of life when the power goes out. So you've probably seen many YouTube videos of all those people in Florida during the hurricane that lost power. And now they have, the Tesla solar. They never lost power because of, they got Tesla Powerwalls and backup power. Now, I've been monologuing for a very long time, so I'm going to go check the chat because I don't want to keep going. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. Dave Collins says, that's why you always film the police now. Yes. I mean, I don't want to really get into it, but I'll just say I had some altercations with the police back in the day, and for whatever reason, they didn't like me at the time. I honestly don't mind the police. I think they're very important to maintain normal society, but I also know that, you know, just because they're police doesn't mean they're above the law. In fact, they're probably below it because they're held to a higher standard, in my opinion. Soul7 says, check out some of my... Yes, thank you for linking those, Soul7. I really appreciate it. And thank you for linking the Discord, man. I really appreciate it. Yes, check that out, guys. Join our Discord and join the conversation there. And you can always make content suggestions to me, and I might put them in a video. You'll never know, like I just did with this one, this live stream. Some of the content from this live stream came from the suggestions from you guys. So if you want to hear about something, please let me know. Does the cost go up if your house/roof is larger? Yes, it does. So just like with anything, more is more. Like, more costs more money. Now, also, just like with anything, at least in America with manufacturing, more tends to cost less per item. So, like, for example, one hot dog at the store might cost $6, but a pack of 7 costs $8. Better ratio, efficiency, all that good stuff. So we've actually been going for a long time, and I'm actually on my host time, and I don't want to take up too much of the time. So we're going to be ending this kind of soon. So if you guys have any final questions for me, guys, or anything like that, please let me know in the live chat. I will answer those, or let me know in the Discord, which I can answer at any time. We actually have a question section for that, and a content suggestion, and of course a general chat. But yeah, let me know in the live chat if you guys have any final questions for me before I conclude this week's live stream. As I was saying, so the cost per square footage and all that gets better as you get more. For example, one Tesla Powerwall is $10,000. Two of them is only I gotta double check that number. Two of them is only $18,000. So just keep going. All right. So two of them is only 18,000. Only 18,000. There's also a discount if you do solar and Powerwall. So the ratios get better the more you get. Now, as to the economics of ROI and whether this is worth it without the federal tax credit or if it's supporting it, that is not really what I am here to debate or decide upon. That is really up for the other YouTube channels. What I'm talking about is my personal situation and the benefits for my situation of what's going on. So I have opted to go with the cash option where I pay $50,000 in cash because I'm rich. No, I'm joking. You go with the cash option because then you get the process started right away, and you could switch to financing later, which is what I've done. So they actually don't ask for the money until the very end, until it's fully installed. So I got at least 6 months to come up with the money for the down payment. They want 10% up front, so that's like $7,000, $8,000. So I got plenty of time to come up with $8,000. Worst case scenario, I could just sell a couple of GPU. Oh wait, we're not in that time anymore. Now 3090s are $5, right? They're just flying off. They're just on the shelves, piled up in big piles somewhere. RIP. Let me just take a look at live chat real quick. The Soul7 says the police were disappointed because you don't have an Asian accent. Fact, guys. Even though I may look this way, I actually cannot reproduce an Asian accent. I can't do it. I just look this way, guys. I'm actually a Twinkie. I'm yellow on the outside, but white on the inside. I'm just a white guy. I just look this way, guys. I was born and raised in America, and when I was born here in America, my parents were really worried that I'd be discriminated against if I had like an accent or if I was different. Little did they know I had learning disabilities and all these other issues that would cause problems later on. But they wanted to be me to be as American as possible. So I actually grew up very Americanized, and good and bad things. I never really got cultured with my ethnic origins, so to speak. But I also grew up here in America, so I'm very second generation. I drive an American car. I drive a Chevrolet Bolt EUV. Okay, like I don't drive a Toyota. I don't drive a Hyundai. I don't drive an Asian car. I drive an American car. I have a lot of American products. I work at an American company. Obviously, that makes well, technically there's stuff manufactured in China. I don't know if that makes them whatever. But yeah, I just look this way, guys. I'm not actually Asian. I'm actually a white guy. Let's see here. Any last more things in chat I'm going to take a look at before we go ahead and go into the ending. Raphael still says, the more you buy, the more you save. Yes, just like at Costco. Exactly, Soul7. Exactly. Buy in bulk. Dave Collins says, Spatula City. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but yeah, Spatula City for sure. Alright guys, so just like with all things, it's been fun, it's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. So we're going to be ending this stream pretty soon. Thank you to everyone that joined the stream. Just going to do a final roll call. H2O Computers Unboxing Project, Soul7, Dave Collins, Taines, let's see, who else is here? Raphael Hastel, Junkie Cosmonaut, thank you for being a loyal follower, by the way. Soul7, thank you for being a loyal follower. H2O Computers DW, and people's names that I can't read because they won't render correctly. Johnny English Tech, Dave Collins, thank you to everyone that joined us here for the stream. Remember, we're going to have this, oh, we got some things here. Chevy Volt catch fire, I read a few times. Actually, the Volt didn't catch fire, the Bolt with a B, not the V, the Bolt. The Bolt is the one that caught fire, and there's only like a couple of them that caught fire that made them bad, but don't worry, they fixed all those problems now. It is a very mature platform. I actually have the Bolt, and I have the new updated battery pack that has 6 extra kilowatt hours of capacity, and it's the newer, safer one, and I can get into that on another stream if you want on why they caught fire. I actually know a lot about that. I did a lot of research before I bought my car. I mean, come on guys, I don't just go buy a $40,000 vehicle without checking. Come on, who do you think I am? I don't have that kind of money. Yeah, anyways, guys, thank you everyone that joined us for the stream. Thank you for everyone that came here and everyone that is here right now. If you still are, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do that. And if you're watching this after the fact, well, thank you for being here, guys, and listening or watching to the stream. We'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, guys. And thank you to everyone for coming. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.